This trio have founded a so-called kingdom in Scottish woodlands after claiming to be part of a long-lost African tribe.
I do not have the formal title of a wife, but he is my husband, and we are a tribe.
And locals are stunned. King Eteni, his wife Queen Nandi, and their handmaiden Asnat settled as part of reparations for an act by Queen Elizabeth I over 400 years ago. They settled on land owned by the Scottish Borders Council, but were soon served with an eviction notice. They also reported that angry locals burned down their tents.
It's a life of depending solely on our Creator. It's a life of reconnecting to nature.
The trio has since relocated to Jedburgh, Roxburghshire, where they've declared the formation of their self-styled Kingdom of Kubala. The self-proclaimed monarch is supposedly often seen loitering around the local store for Wi-Fi. The handmaiden, Asnat, whose real name is Cora Taylor, vanished with her 1-year-old child 3 months ago, promptly being reported as missing by her family all the way back in Texas. Taylor has since posted to Facebook claiming that she was never missing and is enjoying living in the woods. A Scottish Borders Council spokesman said the authority had been working with Police Scotland in relation to the ongoing incident.
To the people of Ghana, to the people of Kenya, your king has come. You are the tribe of Judah, for the Creator has sent me to your land to bring you back home, the place you belong. You have lost your identity, you have lost your pride, you have lost your home, you have lost your heritage. I am the King of Kubala. I am the Messiah. I am your Shushuma to bring you back home, the place you belong. The great mass exodus is coming, where all nations who belong to the Kingdom of Kubala are returning to their land. And no one shall make us afraid anymore, for we are taken care of by the Creator of the heavens and the earth, Yahweh. He is the one who shall lead us through the wilderness and bring us home to our borders. Just like he did in the time of Moses, he's doing it again. The whole world shall witness these great events, and they shall see the great wonders from the God of Kubala. So prepare yourselves. If you are in Ghana, if you are in Kenya, you shall be seeing the Messiah, the tribe of Kubala, soon. We shall walk on foot through the wilderness to the promised land. I repeat, we shall walk on foot through the wilderness to the promised land. Get your fugu ready and your bodia ready, for the Kingdom of Kubala has come. I am the King of Kubala, the Shushuma of the gods.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. We've got millions of free child place holidays available with 22 kilograms of baggage.
Shalom Yasharallah. It's your brother Darashamat. I'm back with another lesson. Before we jump into it, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash, and double honor to the elders and apostles at the Great Millstone for bringing out this truth, and shalom to the hopeful elect, which includes the 144,000 rest elect out there scattered around the world, including no speckled bird Israelites who may look like the other nations, but are not. This is not a black thing. This one goes out to the 12 tribes scattered abroad, because the scriptures were only written unto the nation of Israel. Okay? So we'll title this one Bugged Out. All right, so you seen the video that started this off. You got the guy claiming to be the Messiah and the King of Scotland, and you have this woman from Texas that was, left her family to go and be with him. All right, so the scriptures talk about false prophets and how they're going to deceive many, in the last days. Okay. But of course, they had to put in something about, a lost Hebrew tribe and all of that stuff. But nah, he off. He ain't got it. He lost. All right. Now, he might be a Jake, but he bugged out. Okay. He ain't got it. Then you got the woman. I don't know what she was doing with that picture, but it made me think about Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14. So I just wanted to take a quick look at that going through this video. But this is Matthew chapter 24 and let's see, verse 11. And it says, and many false prophets shall arise and deceive many. Okay, so as I told y'all in the past, most people are not going to be able to receive the truth. Most people are going to be deceived on some level. Okay, some people are going to be more bugged out than others. Some people are going to seem like they're normal. But if you don't have the truth of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you bugged out. Now, interesting thing about the video with that guy calling himself, the Messiah and the King of Scotland, he knows the name of Yahweh. Like, he said it. All right? Like, I listened to it in the video, and I'm like, he just said the name Yahweh. All right? So, he got the name, but he's still bugged out. All right? So, it's more than just knowing the name. All right? You got to have the correct doctrine, too. All right? You got to have the faith and the works to back it up. Okay? So, you can't just go out there and be a complete demon and do whatever, and then try to call on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai at the end. Now, he didn't say Yahweh Shai, so I don't know if you know that part. Probably not, because he called himself the Messiah. But no, the only way through the Father is through the Son, and the Son is Yahweh Shai, not that dude in the picture. All right. Let's jump down. Let's see. Verse 23, and it says, then, if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Hamashiach, or there, believe it not. Okay? Well, why wouldn't you believe it? Okay, because we are waiting for the Messiah, Yahweh Shai, to come back. Well, we're supposed to be measuring the time diligently. Okay? We're supposed to be watching. Okay? We're supposed to be watchmen so he doesn't come as a thief. But we're not supposed to get deceived when someone else comes and tries to be impersonating, because we know that's coming too. So there's going to be signs. All right? That we're going to be paying attention to prophecy. All right? So that's, what we're taught by the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, okay, to get in the prophecy. So if you're in the prophecy, you understand things have to take place before Yahweh Shai can come back, all right? World War III, it's going to be gone, full blown, okay? The mark of the beast is going to be out, okay? There's going to be chaos and stuff in society, all right? These things have to take place first, okay? There's going to be great persecution, all right? There's going to be a great purging, all right? Judgment is going to start with the house of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So all these things going to have to come to pass, all right? It's not just going to be, oh, look, there he goes, Esau might try to pull some Project Bluebeam or some alien stuff, or be like, oh, this is him type of stuff, and, deceive people. And then when they find out that it's not real, then they going to fall out the faith and all of that stuff. We got to know better, man. Okay, we're dealing with this cunning serpent, Esau Edom, the devil. Okay? All right? The abominable snowman, the pale man from the Caucasus Mountains. All right? Actually, originally from Mount Seir. But you get what I'm trying to say. All right? So you can't let yourself get deceived. But the elect, they're not going to be deceived. All right? They're going to stay rooted in this word, and they're going to follow the Lamb. So let's go verse 24. And there shall arise false Hamashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. All right, so you have to expect this to come. All right, it's written in the scriptures. So let's say somebody comes out there and they actually have spiritual power, then that's going to be from the left-hand side. All right, so we got to understand that. All right, they doing all these signs and wonders, but it's like, no, you ain't matching up with prophecy. It don't matter what you do. All right, you have to understand that. Okay, because think about what the scriptures is telling us. Many people are going to be deceived. All right, they're not going to be able to deceive the elect, though. So this going to be strong. Okay. The Heavenly Father said he would put a strong delusion on people because they wouldn't love the truth. What is that, 2 Thessalonians? Yep. All right. And it says, verse 9, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, talking about Esau Edom, okay, with all power and signs and lying wonders, for that's what Esau Edom coming with, okay, especially from his technology, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, okay, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. All right. So those who don't love this truth, who doesn't take a delight into the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, who doesn't take a delight into the law of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, they're going to be deceived. Okay? And there's nothing that we could do about that. All we could do is tell them, to be prepared. All right? Now let's jump. Hold on. Did I read the strong? Nope, I didn't get the strong delusion part. Salakia. This is verse 11. And for this cause, power shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. Okay? So the Heavenly Father, he wants them to be deceived. He wants, 2/3 of our people to be deceived. We know the heathens can't get it. Okay? The deceived and the deceiver are his. Okay? Remember, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua controls everything. Okay? Through his right hand and through his left hand. The right hand, the good stuff. The left hand, the evil stuff. All right? That's just how he moves. Okay? He is a balanced power. He doesn't like a false balance. All right? And that's written in the scripture. Okay? He created good and evil. All right? To fight against each other. That's just how it's supposed to be. Verse 12, that they might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. So instead of taking pleasure in the righteous things, taking pleasure in having faith in Yahweh Shai, calling on the name, and then doing the works to support that faith, you want to go out there and be in the world and do all those worldly things. But then at the end, you want to be saved. No, that's not how it works. All right. Good example. You got DJ Trump out there writing emails and talking in his speech. I want to make it to heaven. Boy, what? No, man. You're going into captivity. That's your destiny. All right. That's what you was made for. All right. These people bugged out, like I said. All right. Vanity. That's their thoughts. It's all vanity. And it just don't make sense. Let's jump over to, let's go to, I think the second Ezra is 9. All right. And then it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time where the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Okay, so that's, Jacob's trouble when that's coming. When all the atrocities and stuff is going to happen on this world. Okay, a time like there never was before. Okay, when that great prince, Michael, got to step in for the children of Yasharallah. Okay, that's Daniel chapter 12. Like, all of these things have to come to pass before Yahweh Shai comes back. Okay, so, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which we have been seeing, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So you need to line up what's happening in this world, okay? And that's what the watchmen do with prophecy, okay, to see where we are at in the timeline, okay? I can tell you that Yahweh Shai isn't coming back today, okay? And not enough prophecy has happened, okay? But we know it's coming. Okay, I can't give you the exact date, all right? But we know he's coming. So you got to continue to watch, okay? Watch, all right? Verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world hath the beginning and the end is manifest. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and wonderful works and endings and effects and signs. Okay, and verse 7 says, everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and by his faith, whereby ye have believed. So you need both faith and works, okay? Because faith without works is dead, all right? And then you can't just do it by works alone, all right? You need your faith too, okay? That's probably a good addition to my Romans 11 that I need to get back into today, all right? So, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is a power that declares the end from the beginning. So he already told us what happened, okay? He already told us what's going to happen, Okay? It's already written in the scriptures. All right. Now, let's get to, where was I going? Wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14. So y'all seen the picture of that lady. She had the picture of Cecilia Borgia on the screen. Okay, not on the screen, but I don't know what she was doing. She was all close up on it. Looked like she was breathing on it heavy. I don't know, man. She was bugged out. She kind of looked like she was on something. I would have put it past her, but that was kind of weird. But that made me think of this custom, okay? So back in the day, there was a custom that these heathens had, where they would, turn a picture of somebody who died into an idol and worship it as a god, and they would take it with them in places that they would go. And it looks like they were on a train or something like that, and they were traveling somewhere. She had this picture with her, okay? And it kind of looked like she was worshiping it. She did look like she was kind of high, but, you get what I'm trying to say, all right? So let's see. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14. All right. And this is the custom, okay? This is where that came from. That's how we get, that picture of that Edomite, that pale man that's in, a lot of our parents and grandparents' houses and stuff like that. And it says, for a father afflicted with untimely mourning when he had made an image of his child soon taken away. Okay, so back in the day, people would make images of their children, okay, like people that was higher up in society, all right? And the image of Cecilia Borgia was just one example of that, all right? And they worshiped it as a god after they passed away and honored him as a god, which was then a dead man, and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices, okay? So somebody high up in power, like a king or something, could do that. Their child passed away, and then turn that child into a god, had his image painted, and then give it out to the people to worship as a god, all right? That's that custom. That's how you still have that picture today, all right? Thus, in process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as law. Engraven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings. All right? And so these heathens, they promoted this stuff. The Israelite has laws, statutes, and commandments against worship engraven images. All right? Now, according to the curses, we are still going to do wicked stuff like that. But now we're waking up. When men could not honor in presence, because they dwelt afar off, they took the counterfeit of his visage from far, and made an express image of a king whom they honored, to the end that by this their forwardness they might flatter him that was absent, as if he were present. Just like that woman was doing on, I think that was a train that you'll see in the video. And it looked like she was taking it with her, and she had that thing all close and near and dear to her face and stuff like that. And the guy who was next to us like, what the fuck is going on? He obviously isn't aware of this custom. She probably not aware of it either, but she doing it. Like, she doesn't know it's probably an ancient custom, but you know what I'm saying. Because there's no new thing under the sun. Like, think about that. All the stuff that was done in the past is still being done now. It's just more modernized. Like, okay, we live in the same things over and over again. Think about it. And people doing the same things over and over again, just in a modern way. All right? Well, that's kind of interesting just to think about. The way Yahweh Shem Yahushai got this all set up. All right? Let's see. Also, the single diligence of the artificer did help to set forth the ignorant to more superstition. All right, so they got a really good artist, a fancy guy who could, paint that picture real good, and it just had the people going. All right. For he peradventure willing to please one in authority, forced all his skill to make the resemblance of the best fashion. All right. So, like, you could think about what Leonardo da Vinci and them when they painted the picture of Cecilia Borgia. All right. That's one example, but this has happened over and over and over and over and over again. And so the multitude, allured by the grace of the work, took him now for a power or for a god, which a little before was but honored as a man. All right. You see, This is explaining that custom, all right, and how it came to be. And that custom was so strong that it's still going on to today. All right. In verse 21, and this was an occasion to deceive the world, for men serving their calamity or tyranny did ascribe unto stones and stocks the incommunicable name. All right. Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of power, whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance. Those so great plagues called they peace. So we have to be able to recognize these things, and line them up with scriptures. All right. And so that's, part of the understanding that we are given to understand these parables. All right. And be able to, share them with people. Write the vision. Make it plain upon tables for the people. So I hope this short lesson was edifying. Shalom Yasharallah.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. We've got millions of free child place holidays available with 22 kilograms of baggage.